Past experiences in Kenya show that slum or informal settlement upgrading is a complex and time-consuming process. Residents require some compensation for their losses or need to be shown alternative land for displacement to be humane and in compliance with the law. Yep. My name is Nico Mondi, and this is The Course. Mathare is the oldest slum in Nairobi, and from Mathare Valley, we meet a one Mr. Andre Otieno.
I'm Andre Otieno. I'm a born Mathare. I was born here, raised here, and this is my hood. Immediately after my primary school, I passed, but I didn't have the means to get to the school where I was called to go, and therefore I was taken to do some cobbler. I was a cobbler with my uncle for some time.
He made a resolution that he was going to make a comeback in matters education. With the little he had saved, plus help from well-wishers, Andre went back to school. Despite the age difference with his newfound classmates, he soldiered on.
I was so lucky that at the end of the KCSE, I managed to pass and I made it to the university. So when the results were out, of course, you know, you're fixed there, you're waiting because you'd lost a lot. I had lost a lot when I was working in Juakali. So when I went back, I just wanted to go back and maybe revive myself academically. So it was a struggle because syllabus had changed. So many things had changed. I was old. I was battling with that low self-esteem also because I'm having people who are much younger than me in class. So when the results came and I learned that I had passed my exams, I was so proud of myself. And I felt like this was miraculous. It worked out for me. So I went to the university and I said, this is where I'm going to change everything. I'm going to meet every dream I've ever wanted because not everybody gets there. And with that background, not everybody from the ghetto here makes it to the university. A good number can't make it to the university. But I turned around things and I'm here now.
Joining campus was a dream come true. A story of resilience, hard work, focus, determination. A conqueror in the making. Now a teacher, a counselor, a coach, an achiever, an example of sheer willpower. It is in all of us. Yet, you have the option to decide either to activate, deactivate, or let your sheer willpower be dormant.
I didn't view university as a place where I'm just going to learn the degree and that's it. I used the university as a place where I was going to seek knowledge beyond what is there for my syllabus. So when I came out of the university, I started studying, like, I wanted to know what's happening with the young people, what are the concerns of the youth. So apart from unemployment, apart from matters governance and inclusivity of the young people, I started learning, I started getting in touch with the data, like from World Health Organization, like so many young people are committing suicide. And therefore the big question is, why are they battling? Where is the problem?
Having given faith a chance, Andres makes impromptu visits to Mathare to sell hope through his first love in Mathare. Soccer is her name.
I'm a believer in using sports as a tool for social change, and sports facility bring youth together. It instills some discipline. It makes them a little bit committed. So if we can have more sports facilities to reach the younger people, you know, if you start working with a kid at 8 years, this is somebody that you are able to mold. You can change them to be the person you want them to be. So let's create these platforms where youth can have what we call a safe space and address these issues. For example, the importance of education. You can instill it in a kid in as much as they're playing soccer. You tell them it's important because kids are very loyal to coaches. I was a player right in this field here, and whatever coaches said was the law, you know. So let's train these coaches also. Let's have organization that focuses on them and make them better people, better men who understand the development of young people. And from that, they're going to dispense that particular knowledge or even the values that they have been taught to these younger people. Because coaches are respected. Ask any kid here, if coaches say tomorrow we are meeting here at 5, they'd rather defy their father but come here, because if you're knocked out of the team, or if you're told like you won't play for this particular period because you are not disciplined, it becomes a bigger issue for you.
Is there any attention the government is paying to these poor communities? Are the slum projects pro-poor? It is important, however, to note that interventions should be compliant with both the Constitution, Article 43, 1b, which states that every person has the right to accessible and adequate housing and to reasonable standards of sanitation, and the little known the Prevention, Protection and Assistance to Internally Displaced Persons and Affected Communities Act 2012, which sets out guidelines for how displacement is to happen to respect the rights and dignity of the displaced.
Nobody chooses where he ought to be born, but your destiny, that lies in your hands. If you visualize it, prayerize, and put in more effort, then for sure it will actualize. My name is Nico Mondi, and this is The Course.